Hey there and welcome. So picture this, a guest walks up to your desk ready to check out and you handle the whole thing, effortlessly, professionally, all in Spanish. Well, in the next 5 minutes, that's exactly what we're going to prepare you for. Ready? Vamos!
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the essential words you need to know. Then we'll build those into key phrases. After that, you'll see it all come together in a real conversation. And finally, we'll test what you've learned. It's a straight shot from learning the words to using them with total confidence.
Okay, let's dive right in. The scene is simple. A guest is at your desk, ready to leave. Our goal? To make that interaction smooth, professional, and friendly. Now, there's one really crucial detail to remember. Every phrase we're about to learn uses the formal USTED. In hospitality, that's the gold standard for showing respect.
Before we can start having conversations, we need the right building blocks, right? So let's kick things off with the most important words, the nouns and verbs you're going to use pretty much every single time you check a guest out.
First up, we have the word for the whole process, salida. Let's say that out loud, salida. You'll often hear it in the phrase, hacer la salida. But honestly, you can just as easily say, hacer el checkout. Everyone will know exactly what you mean. Next up is a super important one, factura. Factura. This isn't just a receipt. It's the official invoice. You know, the one with all the tax details that business travelers always need. It's different from a simple recibo. So here's a pro tip. Always ask the guest which one they need.
Now what about those extra charges? Well, that's where the word consumo comes in. Consumo. This is such a handy word because it covers everything, from the minibar to parking fees or even breakfast if it wasn't included in the room rate.
And of course, we've got to talk about the payment, or pago. A guest will probably pay with a tarjeta, which is their card, or with efectivo, which is cash. These are going to be the two main answers you hear when you ask them how they want to pay.
All right, so we've got the individual words down. Now let's string them together into the exact phrases you'll actually be saying. Think of this next part as your core script for a flawless checkout. Let's walk through this step by step. I'm going to say each phrase nice and slow, and I'll leave a little pause for you to repeat it, either out loud or in your head. Ready? Number 1, Buenos días, va a hacer el checkout. 2, me indica su número de habitación, por favor. 3, voy a revisar su cuenta. 4, el total es de blank, euros. 5, ¿cómo desea realizar el pago? And finally, number 6, muchas gracias por su estancia. Seriously, if you nail these 6 phrases, you are 90% of the way there. Okay, time to see how all those phrases work in the wild. We're going to listen to a full, realistic dialogue between a receptionist and a guest. Just listen for how naturally it all flows together. And here we go. The receptionist kicks things off with our polite opening phrase. And the guest replies, giving us the key piece of info we need right away. And boom, here's the heart of the conversation. See how the receptionist checks the account, confirms those extra charges, the consumos, states the total, and then asks how they want to pay. It's all done in a few smooth, professional sentences. The guest lets us know they're paying by card and asks for that super important official invoice, the factura. And that's how you wrap it up perfectly. Professional, efficient, and warm, finishing it off by wishing the guest a great trip.
Now, you might be wondering, what if there are no extra charges? Well, this slide shows you just how much easier it gets. Instead of listing any consumos, you just say this. Perfecto, no hay consumos extra en su cuenta. It's a simple little variation, but it's a really important one to know.
All right, you've seen the words, you've seen the conversation. Now it's your turn to jump in. Let's do a little practice and a quick quiz to make sure this is all sticking.
Let's quickly work on a few tricky sounds. For factura, try to get a little bit of a roll on that R. For efectivo, that V sound is really soft, almost like a B. And for estancia, you'll hear the C pronounced like a th in Spain, or just a soft S pretty much everywhere else.
Okay, first challenge. You're at the desk. You need to ask a guest if they took anything from the minibar. What do you say? I'll give you a second to think. Did you get it? The most professional way to ask is, ¿Ha consumido algo del minibar? If you got that, nice work. That's a great phrase to have ready to go. Okay, pop quiz. A guest is ready to settle their bill. Which phrase do you use to ask them how they want to pay? Is it A, B, or C? The correct answer is B, ¿Cómo desea realizar el pago? If you got that right, excelente. We're just about at the 5-minute mark, so let's do one final quick review to lock in the absolute essentials.
These are the 5 phrases you'll use constantly.
So if you remember anything from this, make it these 5 phrases. Let's go through them one last time, nice and slow. 1. Buenos días. ¿Va a hacer el checkout? 2. ¿Me indica su número de habitación, por favor? 3. El total es de euros. 4. ¿Cómo desea realizar el pago? And 5. Muchas gracias por su estancia. With just these 5, you can handle almost any checkout that comes your way.
And just like that, we're done. In just a few minutes, you've learned the vocabulary, the core phrases, and seen it all in action. You are definitely more prepared now than you were 5 minutes ago. So really, there's only one question left. Are you ready for your next guest?